Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Day 21, 3 weeks, 3 consistent weeks every day producing content about honor issues, the values and things that we seem to have kind of drifted away from in America these days. And so we're taking them a piece at a time. Today's topic is clarity. We call it the leader's superpower. So here we go. I'm glad some of you have stayed the course today. Thank you for that. Um, of all the leadership gifts, clarity may be the most underestimated and the most visible when it's missing, if you mix your metaphors, because people don't work at their best when they're confused. Confusion costs time, money, trust, and absolutely morale. Clarity, on the other hand, creates momentum. We talked about momentum here in the last couple of days. And I learned this the hard way years ago while producing a corporate film for a Fortune 500 division. We'd had 3 or 4 executives be executive producers. We had hummed and greatly produced and done terrific things. Got this new guy came in. He was excited about all the things that we had done. And we were on location. We had about 40 people standing by between the camera crews and the actors and the extras and the folks who just worked at that location. And the VP comes walking in with a script, which he had lightly edited the night before. Now, lightly meant he rewrote the entire thing, and I had not seen it. And we were on location. We lost a half a day, spent an awful lot of money. He didn't understand why it couldn't just be done quickly. He was not clear on that. We finally figured out what it was that he intended and what we were actually supposed to produce according to his mind. I was able to rewrite the rewrite very close to what we already had, just with a little bit of change in emphasis here and there. The man was not a bad leader. He just wasn't clear. And I think he was a little bit caught up in the magic of movie making and wanted to make sure that he had a chance to pee on that rock. People will struggle for you if they understand where you're trying to go. They will try to be there with you. If they understand where you're trying to go and why it matters, because clarity is not about being perfect. Clarity is about being understandable. Now, throw a catchable ball is a story from my son Chase's Little League era. Um, I would say, guys, throw a catchable ball, and the blank stares that came back told me that I was not being clear. So I had them all line up, a bunch of little 7, 8-year-old boys, handed the ball to the kid in the number 1 position, had him toss it to me underhanded. I caught it and tossed it to kid number 2, and he caught it and tossed it back. And it hit me right in the chest, and it fell to the ground. And I said, "Did he throw me a catchable ball?" There was that hesitation of, "Oh, are we supposed to actually do something here?" And then we had a little chorus of yeses. Okay, so it wasn't his fault that I didn't catch it. He did everything he could to put it where my glove should have easily been able to get it. And they said, "Oh, yes, yes." They yeses again. So I tossed it to kid 3, my son. I said, "Chase, now throw the ball way over my head." And he obeyed. He tossed that ball very, very, very much way, way, way over my head. And before retrieving that ball, I said, "Now, did he do what I asked?" And they were in the rhythm of it now. They got the yeses. "Was that ball catchable?" "Ye No." One kid, "Well, if you were Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and on a ladder," and I said, "But I'm not." And he went, "Oh, yeah. Then no." It was not catchable. Why? One kid, daughter Chelsea, 3 years younger than these boys, bigger mouth than all of them. "He threw it out of your reach by a long shot." "Shut up, Chelsea." "You shut up, Chase." That went around and around for a little bit. So then I said, "Look, anybody not related to me, answer this question. Tell me what a catchable ball is now." And I got several good answers, really. And what if I don't throw so good? And I said, I've been there. You do your best, and over time, you're going to get a little bit better at it. but you got to focus and you got to be clear that what you need to do is try to throw a catchable ball. Oh, blank face. They did do a little better. And the put down for the wild throws for the rest of the season became, dude, throw a catchable ball. So I sort of created a little bit of a monster. Fortunately, my adoring children do not follow my stories here, but I digress. Right after clarity is about being understandable, I went on that little tangent. So that's where we are. Clarity is about being understandable. Now, you'd be amazed how often that comes down to three simple questions. What do we want to have happen? Who is responsible by when? The most important question you can ever ask yourself is what do we want to happen now? That's followed by the second one. Who is responsible for that? And then when do we need to get that to happen? Clarity removes a lot of potential for friction. People, for the greatest part, really want to get things right. They want to do what you expect and want of them. Um, but when your pitching isn't getting caught, you have to ask yourself if you're pitching a catchable concept. Clarity lowers the emotional temperature in an exchange. Clarity can reduce panic and rumors and, oh, well, I thought you really meant stuff. Clarity lets people breathe. And when people can breathe, they can lean in, think, and trust you. Tomorrow, we're going to step into presence. Not productivity, not performance, but the rare ability to actually show up in your own life, to be where your feet are, to give your full attention to the moment and the people that are in it. Presence is the doorway to every other leadership strength. And tomorrow, we're going to walk through that door together. Steve on Story, out for today. See you tomorrow.